broke the generational curse. And I'm speaking on the curse of becoming a covert narcissist mother. So, a lot of you guys have been following me and my healing journey, but sources asking me to share with you what I had to deal with, and it's to provide comfort to those of you who may be going through the same thing. If you're new to me, hi, my name is Dominique. I'm the mom of Welcome to the Nash House. I have a husband. We have 4 children, a daughter, and 3 boys, and I have a dog named Tommy. Now that we got the introductions out the way. So, I had to become the type of mother that I really wanted my mother to be, and the type of mother she kind of wanted her mother to be. Both my mother and my grandmother, they would put masks on, if that makes sense, to be what people wanted them to be. But when you had to be alone with them, you started to see that jolly green giant for what it was. Now, for most of my healing process over the past couple of months, I have forgiven a lot of the things that has happened between me and my mother. But one specific thing that I think I kind of snowballed has come up, and it was almost a 11.5-year stint of being constantly manipulated by my mom for a guy who was only 5 years older than me, and constantly fighting to be loved and accepted by her, only to be manipulated that if I did not accept him, she would not accept me. And this was at a time that was really crucial for me. I was a young adult, and I think that's what this is about, because I've healed my inner child and I've healed the current version of me, but I have to heal the young adult version of myself. So it was always programmed to me that once I become an adult, it was my job to take care of her. And I believe that because that's how I was raised. It might seem naive to other people, but when that is what you're programmed to think, it seems like right is right. And she didn't care how I got there, because it wasn't about her. It was just make sure you take care of your mother. So, 19, I graduate from college. I choose an accelerated program, and they do job placement. And I had my mother and my father had got evicted, so I put this 3-bedroom home in my name. And my mom had manipulated me to think that my dad was a bad person. She had even went all the way out to move into my room. So, this is my mother, and I'm programmed to love her unconditionally, even though she was very cruel to me when I didn't do what she wanted. So I had learned to be obedient. And, when she's saying how my dad is making her feel, I was her shoulder to lean on, her confidant. And I believed what she was saying because, this is my mom. Little did I know that she was manipulating me to cheat on my dad with someone that was only 5 years older than me. And at the time, I think I was like 20 or 21. So the guy was like 25, 26. And her and my dad had been together for like 30-something odd years. He was not the best father either. He had severe detachment issues. He still does. And my mom bullies anybody who does not do what she wants. That's just it. So she told me that, she was getting ready to divorce him, and it was just going to be her and I, and we was going to have all these adventures. But then she stopped coming home and would have me to lie to my dad that because she was working at a hotel at the time, that she had to stay late, and I didn't know that she was with this guy. So her and my dad have this big explosive argument, and they go out to the car, and I'm watching them. And they hug and make up. And the moment that she gets out the car, she runs in the house because my great uncle and my uncle were living in our home too. And she says that my dad tried to pull a gun on her. And I'm like, no, he didn't. I watched you. So if you know anything about a narcissist, they will loud talk you. They will try to rally a team. They will try to rally a squad just to be loud and wrong. And that's what was done. And my dad, instead of the heat coming down on me, he just decided to leave. So, and this is my home. This house is in my name. So the moment he leaves, she moves in the guy that she's been cheating on my dad with. And I try to speak up, and I'm like, I don't want him living here. He's leaving my front door wide open, blasting music. Like, the most disrespectful things that you could ever do, he's doing. And she is starting to physically attack me in front of him to assert dominance. I think I buried this story because I had forgiven her, and we have reconciled so many times over this same cycle of abuse, that this part of my story was buried, and it is coming back up. But anywho, I call a family meeting with my uncles, and they're tired of the guy too. And as soon as we get in the meeting, she starts to yell and threaten them with whatever secret she got on them. So now I'm the bad guy. And I'm trying to stand up for myself and speak. And if you know anything about a narcissistic person, especially a covert narcissist, you cannot speak up for yourself because it is deemed as disrespect. They want and demand respect from everyone, but do not give it. And they also don't want to be held accountable. So me trying to hold her accountable and speak up for myself was deemed as disrespect. And that's all she kept throwing around. And then the next thing I know, I'm getting punched in the face and getting called all type of bitches. So I did what I always would do, because I had been bullied most of my life by my narcissistic mom. I backed down. And my uncles are all against me, and they're using this same Bible scripture. A disobedient child does not live long on this earth. And to keep me to conform. And I'm like, I'm grown. You know, y'all are living in my house. So I let the house go. I let the house go. I let all of them live in there, and I didn't pay a day, not 1 cent. And they had to get out. And that was the point, the breaking point that started my journey of freeing myself from my mom. Now, down this road, it was very painful. I got lost. I got abused by so many people because I never really stood my ground with her. And I'm sorry, this message is getting long, but it's just a lot. And this is just the tip of the iceberg. It's not the whole thing. But if you ever wonder why I say I go no contact, and I haven't reconciled, I have done that over and over again, because a narcissist will love bomb you. And the moment that you let your guard down, the cycle will happen again. So this time, I'm not standing up for myself. I'm standing up for my children, because it was starting to happen to them. So I don't know who I'm sharing this message for, but if you have to separate yourself, it is not going to hurt you. It's going to hurt them, because they need you in order for them to feel powerful. So do what's best for you. I hope that this encourages you today. I'll see you later.